Tonight, we unveil the most terrifying mythical creatures, entities that might exist, or hopefully only haunt our deepest legends.
In the shadowy corners of ancient folklore, born from the deepest fears of the Filipino people, emerges the Manananggal. This truly grotesque monster, whose name chillingly translates to one who separates itself, is a creature of horrifying legend. At first glance, she appears as nothing more than a frail, disfigured old woman, her face etched with age, and perhaps a hidden malice.
But as dusk descends and the moon casts its eerie glow, her true, repulsive form is revealed. With a sickening, visceral, tearing sound, the Manananggal performs her unspeakable act. She fully detaches her upper torso from her lower body, leaving her legs rooted firmly to the ground.
From her exposed, writhing entrails, glistening with a sinister wetness, sprout enormous, leathery bat wings, propelling her into the inky blackness of the night sky, a terrifying airborne predator. Her nocturnal hunt is driven by a macabre hunger. With a long, slender, proboscis-like tongue, she seeks out the most vulnerable, the blissfully unaware newlyweds, young lovers lost in their embrace, innocent newborn children sleeping soundly in their cradles, and even grooms forsaken before their vows.
But her most abhorrent prey are pregnant women, from whom she cruelly extracts the fragile, unborn fetuses, a deed too horrific to fully depict.
As she stalks her victims, a peculiar, chilling, tick-tick-ticking sound emanates from her. This isn't a simple warning, it's a deceptive ploy. The farther away the sound seems to be, the closer this monstrous entity actually is. Her sonic illusion designed to confuse and paralyze her prey with fear.
Yet, even a creature of such profound evil possesses a fatal flaw. While her upper half soars through the night, her abandoned lower body, a lifeless shell, is left vulnerable, rooted somewhere unsuspecting. This tiny design flaw is her ultimate undoing.
To defeat the Manananggal, and who wouldn't wish to eradicate such a terror, one must prevent the horrifying upper half from reuniting with its discarded legs before the first light of dawn. The most effective method is to burn the helpless lower half, turning it to ash.
Alternatively, scattering salt, ash, or garlic around the abandoned lower torso can ward off the returning upper half, much like an ancient curse against a vampire.
If her severed halves fail to rejoin by daybreak, the creature, thankfully, perishes.
Despite the relentless march of modernity, the chilling whispers of Manananggal sightings persist, especially within the ancient, mystical Visayan regions of the Philippines.
Heed this warning. Neglect to engage with our content, and you might just find yourself a late-night visitor from one of these spectral gals. I've delivered my caution.
Yet, if you find this tale unsettling, prepare yourselves. Arm yourselves with knives and torches, because the Manananggal, with all her gruesome horror, is merely the least terrifying creature in this entire video. Things are about to get truly bizarre and far, far worse. But now we delve into the chilling narrative of El Silbón, the Deadly Whistler, a tale unlike the others, steeped in the grim lessons of human depravity and an eternal curse. His story serves as a chilling cautionary fable, warning against the darkest impulses of the human heart.
Long ago, in the lush, verdant lands of Venezuela, El Silbón was merely a boy, albeit one of insatiable appetites and boundless privilege. A spoiled brat, he knew no denial,
every whim and desire instantly fulfilled. One fateful day, his gluttony demanded a specific feast, venison. He commanded his weary father to venture into the dense, shadowed forest and hunt a deer, his most cherished meat, for their evening meal.
As dusk painted the sky in hues of indigo and violet, his father returned, empty-handed, the hunt unsuccessful.
Fury, cold and swift, consumed the boy. In a horrifying act of patricide, he brutally murdered his own father. Then, with callous disregard, carved out the organs.
Presenting this gruesome offering to his unsuspecting mother, he declared with feigned innocence, "Father has brought us some meat for dinner." The mother, in her culinary duties, soon unraveled the horrifying truth. The stench, the texture, the chilling realization of her son's monstrous deed washed over her. The precise details of the ensuing retribution vary across the ancient tellings, yet the core of the torment remains agonizingly consistent. The boy's horrified family bound him tightly to a rough, splintered post. With merciless intent, they lashed him, the whips tearing into his flesh. To amplify his agony, they poured burning alcohol, fiery chili peppers, and searing lemon juice into his open wounds. The air would have been thick with his screams, a symphony of suffering.
Then they presented him with a heavy, grotesque sack filled with the scattered, desecrated remains of his own father. A dreadful curse was laid upon him, condemning him to carry this macabre burden for all eternity.
As if this torment wasn't enough, two emaciated, ravenous dogs, starved to the brink of madness, were unleashed, tearing at his flesh, sealing his horrifying transformation. From this crucible of unspeakable cruelty emerged El Silbón, a towering, skeletal wraith. He stalks the night, a gaunt, elongated shadow, often described as reaching 6 meters tall, his ancient bones creaking eerily with every movement through the dense forest canopy. The omnipresent sack of bones, filled with his father's cursed remains, hangs heavy from his grasp. His presence is forewarned by a haunting, distinctive whistle. But beware, for its meaning is deceptive. If the chilling, whistling sound echoes close by, paradoxically, you are in no immediate danger. Yet, if the mournful whistling sound drifts faintly from a distance, a cold certainty settles. Your death is far closer than you could ever imagine. On certain moonless nights, El Silbón, a silent specter, is said to appear outside human houses. He drops his ghastly sack of bones to the ground, and with meticulous, bone-chilling precision, begins to count them, one by one. If, by some fortune, someone within the house hears the faint, rhythmic clinking of bones or the distant, mournful whistle, they are spared. Nothing untoward will befall them. However, should El Silbón spend the entire night engaged in his macabre count, utterly unnoticed by the slumbering occupants within, a terrible fate awaits. By the first gray light of dawn, one of the house's inhabitants will inevitably perish. Their mortal human corpses, bones, will then be added to his ever-growing, gruesome collection, joining his father's remains in the cursed sack of bones, perpetuating his eternal, deadly vigil. Deep within the frigid, churning waters surrounding the ancient Orcadian islands, a horrifying entity lurks, the Knuckle-Lavi. This malevolent sea demon, born of chilling Orcadian folklore, is rarely seen in its aquatic domain, its true form in the ocean depths remaining a terrifying mystery.
whispered only in hushed tones by generations of islanders.
Yet one man, a weathered islander named Tamus, claimed a harrowing encounter with the beast, forever etching its monstrous on-land appearance into legend with unnerving precision.
According to Tamus's chilling account, the Nukkalavi is a grotesque fusion, a nightmare made flesh.
It possesses a man's torso, cruelly melded directly to the powerful, muscular body of a horse. There are no legs connecting the human half to the equine. It simply erupts from the horse's back, a horrifying, inseparable entity. From this tortured union, the man's impossibly long, sinewy arms dangle, capable of scraping the very earth as it moves.
Perched grotesquely atop the human shoulders is an enormous, bulbous head, a nightmarish orb nearly 3 feet in diameter.
And as if this weren't enough to curdle the blood, the Nukkalavi has no skin. Its raw, exposed musculature is visible, with thick black blood relentlessly pulsating through a network of ghastly yellow veins.
The horse's head, equally monstrous, boasts an enormous, perpetually gaping maw, from which a vile, corrosive, toxic vapor constantly seeps, polluting the very air.
And then there is its eye, a single baleful orb on the horse's face, burning with an infernal, malevolent red flame, a searing beacon of pure malice. The very breath of this abomination was believed to carry pestilence. Farmers knew its proximity by the sudden wilting of their precious crops, the mysterious sickness that afflicted their beloved livestock, and the swift, terrifying spread of epidemics that decimated communities.
Farmers knew its proximity by the sudden wilting of their precious crops, the mysterious sickness that afflicted their beloved livestock, and the swift, terrifying spread of epidemics that decimated communities.
Farmers knew its proximity by the sudden wilting of their precious crops, the mysterious sickness that afflicted their beloved livestock, and the swift, terrifying spread of epidemics that decimated communities. History itself bears witness to its wrath. In the year 1722, a peculiar custom took hold across the Orcadian Islands. Islanders began the arduous practice of burning seaweed, not out of malice, but for practical reasons, to create vital resources like soap and glass, and to enrich their barren soil for agriculture. But the acrid, pungent smoke that billowed from these fires was an affront to the Nukkalavi. It is widely believed that this industrial smoke enraged the creature, driving it into a catastrophic rampage. Plagues swept through the land, crops lay wasted and scorched, and the cries of dying cattle and horses echoed across the wind-swept fields. Plagues swept through the land, crops lay wasted and scorched, and the cries of dying cattle and horses echoed across the wind-swept fields. Plagues swept through the land, crops lay wasted and scorched, and the cries of dying cattle and horses echoed across the wind-swept fields.
This horrifying disaster, a blight upon the land, seemed to meticulously follow the trail of seaweed fires, spreading its devastation across all the islands engaged in the practice.
Yet even this Leviathan has a weakness. Like many mythical sea dwellers, the Nukkalavi cannot tolerate or cross the purity of fresh water.
So, if fate ever curses you with an encounter, and you find yourself pursued by this skinless terror, your only hope, your desperate gambit for survival, is to leap across the nearest creek or stream and pray to whatever gods will listen that its ancient, unholy power cannot follow.
In the shadowy annals of ancient Aztec civilization, a terrifying belief took hold. Before the vast cosmos unfurled, before time itself had meaning, there existed only a boundless, dark void.
From this primordial emptiness emerged 4 powerful creator gods. With their divine will, they wove the very fabric of existence. bringing forth the primal waters, other celestial beings. And crucially, a creature of unimaginable horror, Cipactli. Cipactli was no mere beast. It was a colossal, ancient sea monster, a titanic entity existing on a cosmic scale.
Its hunger was a terrifying, bottomless chasm, an insatiable appetite that threatened to consume everything. Imagine, if you dare, a creature so perpetually famished
that not a single joint on its monstrous body was without a gaping maw. Elbows contorted into ravenous mouths, knees bore rows of gnashing teeth, and even its knuckles pulsed with grotesque, hungry orifices.
Every twist and turn of its serpentine form revealed yet another mouth, each eager to devour. The very thought conjures a chilling vision of infinite consumption, a nightmare made flesh.
As the divine architects continued their grand design, shaping nascent worlds and ethereal realms, they encountered a dire problem. Anything they crafted, any fledgling landmass or burgeoning life form, would inevitably plummet into the abyssal waters, destined to be swiftly engulfed by Cipactli's myriad mouths.
Their ambitious creation was being systematically undone by this primordial glutton. They knew they had to act, but this was no simple task. Cipactli's power was immense, its size staggering, and its relentless hunger an almost insurmountable force. It took the combined might of all four original gods, a brutal and arduous struggle that cost one of them a limb, a foot, torn away in the ferocious battle. Yet through sheer divine tenacity and sacrifice, the gods prevailed. They finally managed to subdue and dismember the colossal creature, tearing its monstrous body into 4 distinct sections, each anchoring a cardinal direction of the burgeoning universe. From this terrifying sacrifice, the world as they knew it began to form.
Cipactli's enormous gaping head was lifted to become the 13 sacred heavens, stretching beyond mortal comprehension.
Its vast, sprawling midsection was meticulously crafted into the fertile, living earth upon which all life would thrive.
And its immense, ancient tail, steeped in primordial darkness, descended to form Mictlan, the shadowy underworld.
Thus, from the remains of a cosmic horror, the Aztec cosmos was born, forever marked by the monster that once threatened to consume all.
As our journey through the shadows concludes, we arrive at the most chilling legend of all. If you have ever heard its whispered name, you understand the profound dread it instills, a name many are too terrified to even utter.
This, of course, is the dreaded Skinwalker.
The true, terrifying tales of the Skinwalker find their grim origins deep within the ancient traditions of the Navajo culture among the indigenous peoples of the southwestern United States. Forget the trivial internet memes and fabricated videos of shadowy figures or costume-clad individuals lurking in the trees. Those pale imitations do not capture the true horror.
There exist revered individuals who master medicine and various forms of spiritual practice, acting as healers and medicine men. They delve into knowledge of both benevolent and malevolent magic, primarily to safeguard their community. But there is a sinister counterpart, the witches, a dark, corrupted reflection of these healers.
Often, these horrifying entities begin their journey as respected medicine men. However, they twist their profound understanding of dark magic, turning it inward to inflict suffering upon others.
To fuel their abominable craft, they desecrate human corpses, fashioning tools from the very bones and brewing deadly potions from human remains, all to bring sickness and death. The ultimate price for their shape-shifting power is a sacrifice of unthinkable horror. To truly become a skinwalker, a witch must brutally murder a close family member, typically a sibling.
This heinous act grants them the terrifying ability to transform at will into various animals, most commonly apex predators like formidable bears, cunning coyotes, or stealthy wolves. Yet their power knows no bounds. They can assume the guise of any creature, choosing their form based on the sinister attributes required for their evil deeds, be it razor claws, silent stealth, blistering speed, or immense strength.
When a skinwalker walks among us in human form, an unnerving detail betrays their true nature. Their eyes, disturbingly, resemble those of the animal they have chosen, and they are said to wear the flayed skin of their animal guise.
Conversely, when they prowl the night as beasts, their eyes maintain a chillingly human quality, a haunting mirror reflecting the malevolence within.
By day, these witches merge seamlessly into their tribes, their dark intentions cloaked, passing unnoticed among innocent souls. But as twilight descends and the world sleeps, they shed their human facade. Transformed, they stalk the night, spreading devastating illness, orchestrating tragic deaths, and sowing widespread destruction wherever their shadow falls. Their malevolent reach extends further still. They can delve into minds, reading thoughts, and twisting wills, compelling their victims to carry out their wicked commands. They are the unseen hand behind every inexplicable misfortune, the whispered cause of all mysterious mischief and profound trouble.
My channel is still small enough that I can pretty easily read every comment I get, so I genuinely want to hear from you. Which of these horrifying mythical creatures truly haunted your thoughts the most? And more importantly, why did it strike such a chord?
As always, I extend my deepest gratitude for watching and embarking on these dark journeys with me. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Until next time, my friends, farewell.